Step 1. Polish your social media presence. One of the less talked about but quite possibly most important elements of your job hunting process doesn't start with your resume or your cover letter, or even the job applications you submit. It starts right in the palm of your hand, considering that's where your smartphone is most of the time. It begins quite simply with your social media presence. Here's the deal. For many of us, we didn't have to contend with social media being there to record every single social faux pas and teenage-fueled mistake we've ever made. For the newer generations on the job market, this is exactly the conundrum that you now have to face. What we want to talk about right now is the issue of your entire life having been recorded on social media. That includes moments of ignorance and short-sighted comments that you may have posted on a whim. All of that needs to be cleaned up because even if you set your current profile to private mode, your comments and likes can still be seen by the public. It is therefore worth taking some time to clean up your social media profiles. Many employers will research you online, so you would rather remove anything unprofessional or potentially embarrassing. So, what should you be cleaning up? Let's have a look below. Inappropriate party photos, overly political or otherwise divisive tweets or posts, out-of-date information on LinkedIn, any defamatory or derogatory posts, even if they were meant in jest, any posts that you would not want a prospective employer to read. Some of you might be cringing right about now and thinking, yeesh, I have quite a few of those. While you don't want to have to sift through years' worth of social media shares, comments, reacts, and posts, there is something you can do to remedy the issue that doesn't include you deleting your social media accounts altogether. Privacy setting on your socials. First of all, what you'll want to do is go through all of your social media accounts and check your privacy settings. Unless you're planning on becoming the next TikTok star or YouTube sensation, having public accounts is not something you want to do. For starters, it's incredibly unsafe, especially if you post pictures, more especially location-tagged pictures, of yourself and your loved ones. Secondly, you'll have no way to tell who has been snooping around your profile and what they've seen. Most social media platforms, especially Facebook, have the option to limit past posts. You would need to navigate to your privacy settings to use this feature. Essentially, this limits all of your past posts, likes, and comments to only being seen by people on your friend list. You can also limit your past profile photos to be only seen by your friends if you think you have inappropriate pictures. What you'd like your potential employers to see of you is entirely your call. We just wanted to give you a heads up. This is just a precaution. It's also very possible that they'll never go through your social profiles at all. Separate profiles for business and pleasure. No one has the right to force you to friend them or allow them to follow you on social media. However, it's not uncommon, especially where certain public roles are concerned, for colleagues or even management to consider friending you later on. As such, you might want to create separate social accounts now. Make sure that the platform you are doing this with actually allows this, because Facebook and Instagram usually prefer that people abide by the one profile per person rule, unless it's for business purposes. Ultimately, the choice is yours, but social media platforms are making it far easier for people to secure their accounts and limit what past posts people can see. Twitter has led to the demise of many a public figure, so that might be one worth combing through or just starting from scratch. Becoming a thought leader. Not sure what social media posts are job search friendly? A good rule of thumb is to remove any post that you would not like to see on the newspaper's front page. If there are posts that you think would put you in a bad light with your parents or grandparents, they'll probably put you in a bad light with an employer too. It would be wiser to become a thought leader within your industry. To do this, you would post relevant industry-related articles, either those of your own or those that you shared from another page. These can be public and will work as a positive breadcrumb trail for an employer to follow on your social media pages. Fun fact: 18% of employers in the United States cited inappropriate social media content as their reason for firing an employee. If they'll fire someone over this, they definitely won't hire someone with a bad social media track record. Land your dream job. You need to be and appear like a dream employee. Yes, you are entitled to have a life outside of work, but you are not entitled to post belligerent drivel on social media. That tells an employer all that they need to know about what they might be signing up for by hiring you. Why social presence is important. The internet never forgets. You might have forgotten that time that you posted a derogatory comment under someone's post, but the internet never will. Here's the worst part. As you search through your past posts, you'll have completely forgotten about that one hapless comment from years ago, but when an employer searches for you on social media, they will most likely find it. Why? Well, it's simple. If your profile is set to private, but your comments are set to public, then the only things that will come up when they search for you are those comments. This is why limiting your past posts is important. End of chapter checklist. Tick off each box when you feel that you know the answers to the questions with the utmost certainty. Do I understand the terms of use on the social media platforms that I use? Am I aware that employers may request my social handles? Do I have appropriate handle names and email addresses to share with them? Am I willing to juggle 2 profiles? If not, am I willing to clean up my profiles? Do I know how to limit what people can see, including comments, tags, and shares? To learn more about polishing up your social media presence, please visit our website, www.radviser.com.